Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Scoreboard Keepers. Y'all already know we'll be right back in 30 seconds.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome you to the Scoreboard Keepers. You know, around here, we don't keep receipts. We keep the score. So if you want to get on the board, make your point. If it makes sense, we'll add it to the board. If it don't, we won't. Scoreboard Keepers.
Ladies and gentlemen, football is here. Y'all hear what I'm saying? Football is here. Y'all understand what I'm talking about? Listen, y'all see the title. Y'all see the title? That's right. Joey Porter versus Jalen Ramsey. Every now and then, people start to lose their mind. We had to touch this topic today because the craziest thing that I heard in the news today and in the reports is that they was contemplating on where the Pittsburgh Steelers should put Jalen Ramsey. What? What? Is that even debatable? Is that even a question? If that's a question by the Pittsburgh Steelers fans, then there's a good reason for us to suspect that that's why they haven't won a playoff game in so long. If this is a question amongst Steeler Nation, this explains why they haven't won a playoff game, and since nobody can remember. Does anybody know the last team that the Steelers beat in the playoffs? Hell no. Because obviously it didn't matter. When was it? Because the only thing people care about in the NFL is, what have you done for me lately? They always say that the NFL stands for what? Not for long. That's why we're going to get this clock rolling. Y'all see who's against who and up on this board, and y'all already know that we keep the score around here on things. Men and women lie, but numbers don't. So how in the world could this even be a question about Jalen Ramsey at this point? I mean, it's not like the Steelers have had great cover corners since the likes of Carnell Lake and Rod Woodson. I mean, yeah, they've had some decent corners that used to come up and tackle, Ryan Clark, but we're talking shutdown. We're talking about shutting that side of the field down where you don't have to worry about it, and you don't have to worry about Jamar Chase, and you don't have to worry about T. Higgins. You don't have to worry about Zay Flowers. You don't have to worry about whoever else, damn it. Because everybody knows that if you want to beat the Steelers, it damn sure ain't going to come from running. If you got your running and passing game going, then you're probably going to end up beating the Steelers by 35 points. Go check the stats. If a team can run and pass on the Steelers, it's normally a blowout. Because the Steelers normally take one thing away from a team, and it's normally your bread and butter. But if that's not working, shit, the whole bottom could fall out. So I don't even understand what we're talking about here with Jalen Ramsey. So let's get right into it. Jalen Ramsey is a generational talent. He's still one of the smartest, most versatile DBs in the game. That's a point for Jalen. You're being the smartest and one of the most versatile? What? In the game? Some say I'm not benching that for someone who's only had a decent year. Joey Porter is nice, but Ramsey present is elite. And elite doesn't ride the bench. That's 2 points for Jalen Ramsey. Let's play devil's advocate. Joey Porter Jr. had a top 5 coverage grade in man-to-man his rookie year. He's younger, faster, and hungrier. That's debatable. That's debatable. You can't determine those things. You don't know what's going on inside of Jalen Ramsey's head. Jalen Ramsey is one hell of a tackler, and he's aggressive. So I can't put a point up for Joey Porter Jr. based on what this column has just said. And then guess what? And if y'all having a disagreement, you would have left your comments in the comment section. So right now, it's all me. It don't matter what you say right now. I'm saying this because I'm here and you're not. But if you have a disagreement with it, please leave your comments in the comment section because I will address it. Because this needs to be handled by the scoreboard keepers. Because I've been hearing this all day about this Jalen Ramsey and Joey Porter thing all over the news. It doesn't much make sense to me. You can't tell if he's hungrier than Jalen Ramsey. Like, you can't tell that. And what's fast? Joey Porter Jr. ran what? A 4.5, 4.4 40? What? Come on. That's not a listen, no, that's not good. That's not good. That's not a good defense for Joey Porter Jr. right now. Okay? It's just not. So it goes on to say that Ramsey's coming off of an injury, and he may have lost a step, and Porter is the future. You don't develop by sitting behind someone clinging to a resume. Well, the last time I checked, the only way that he can develop is if he has somebody in front of him like Jalen Ramsey who can show him how to properly play the position without being so damn handsy. Listen, he came in without anybody to actually show him how to play the position. This is a problem with young players coming into the NFL. You want them to sit behind somebody that has the experience. Like, I mean, you should always welcome the opportunity to sit behind somebody like Aaron Rodgers, who's on his way out of the door, and that could show you a few things. If he ain't there, you'll never know these little tricks. You be able to pick his brain for a little bit. I mean, yeah, you may want to start and all that, but we're talking about guys that have the resume full in the toughest positions in the NFL. So still, Joey Porter's not on the board. 2-0 Jalen Ramsey. So I'm just looking at this, right? Experience matters, right? Jalen Ramsey's played in Super Bowls, guarded some of the top wide receivers in clutch moments. And he's versatile enough to play corner or slot. Joey Porter Jr. is not there yet. That's 2 more points for Jalen Ramsey. 4-0 right now. 4-0. Guess why he's up 4-0? Because these are my opinions, and guess what? Y'all are not here right now. So the Steelers fans who have come out of the woodworks because football's out right now, and they've gone through some type of delirium because they're delirious right now, and especially some of these the media that's out there that's actually talking about it's going to be a special kind of defense. The special kind of defense is putting Jalen Ramsey over there on that corner and not have to worry about anything. That's the special defense. They acting like he's coming in there and then all of a sudden they got to put this special defense together in order to hide Jalen Ramsey somewhere in the defense somewhere. Hell no. He ain't being paid for that. I mean, what are y'all watching? What the hell are y'all watching? You think that they gave Jalen Ramsey that money for him to come in there and to be floating around in the defense after getting rid of Minkah Fitzpatrick? Hell no. You want somebody over there so you ain't got to worry about the safety having to do so damn much like Minkah's been doing for years. Are you kidding me? Minkah's been over the top of everything like a damn warm-ass blanket. Are you kidding me? Man, that's another point for Jalen Ramsey. 5-0. 5-0. That's what the hell it is right now. 5-0. But how? This is the devil's advocate, okay? But how is Joey Porter going to get there if he's sitting? You don't build behind dominance with sideline reps. You let the young boy run. Well, no, because obviously there's something that he's been doing wrong since he's been there. If he wasn't, there would have been no need to go out to get a cornerback. Not just one, but two. This is another point for Jalen Ramsey. They went and got 2 corners off of the free agent market. They didn't get one. They got 2. This is telling you, this is a message. Message? Like, what the hell are y'all? I'm just confused. I'm just confused. Sometimes I don't even listen to things like this because I'm wondering if they're actually football fans. Have they ever played the game before? Or they wouldn't even be asking these kind of things. Jalen Ramsey is a once-in-a-lifetime type of player. You add him to that kind of defense, oh, my goodness, there's no telling what you could get. Like a box of chocolates. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I can't wait to get in some of these other verses because there's so many that I've been hearing today, all the way down in Dallas with George Pickens and all down in Miami, Jacksonville, all over the league. It's so much going on. So if you guys want to get involved, you better leave your comments down below because I'll go live and I'll bring you guys up here on the board where you can add your opinion and your points to the board. That's what it's all about. If not, you just won't be heard. It'll just be all me. Man, I never had no problem with that. So, let's just see. In 2022, before the injury, Ramsey had 18 pass deflections and 4 interceptions. Better numbers than Porter's rookie year. Even post-injury, his football IQ is unmatched. That's another point for Jalen Ramsey. He's running away with this thing right now. Not to mention, he got his number 5 also from a player on the Steelers. He agreed to do some type of charity and community work, and they came up with some type of agreement, and he let them know that he got his number 5. Devil's advocate. Porter Jr. allowed only 52.7, only a 52.7 passer rating when targeted last year. That's elite. Ramsey gave up over 90 before injury. The torch is already halfway passed. I got to put a point up for Joey Porter Jr. there. You know why? Because their age is what it is. You can't reverse time for Jalen Ramsey. Of course. Joey Porter Jr. has father time on his side. He can do nothing but get better from here, but learning from Jalen Ramsey. The sky is the limit for Joey Porter Jr. The question is, can he reach it? Can he reach that sky? That's the question. That's the question, and that he would have to answer. So, hey, I got to give him a point there because he does have youth on his side. So, ask the fans, right? Maybe the fans of the Los Angeles Rams, maybe of Jacksonville, and any other place that he's been around the league. Who they trust on a 3rd and 6 with the game on the line? It's still Jalen Ramsey. Am I correct? If it's 3rd and 6 with the game on the line and you need a stop, you got you got a chance to put Joey Porter Jr. in the game or Jalen Ramsey. Who would you put in the game? With that experience and his technique and his great tackling ability and his aggression and his confidence, I'm damn sure putting Jalen Ramsey in the game. 8-1. 8-1. It ain't even no question. You don't bench swagger and leadership and fear factor. You don't do it. You don't do it. When people see Jalen Ramsey line up across them, they fear. They fear. Because they know what he's coming with. He's coming with it. We seen people attacking Joey Porter Jr. They were going after him. Now, like I said, he's young. We're not saying that he can't get to where he got to get to, but you can't do it with lip service, man. You got to put the work in. So, devil's advocate, fans want the future. Joey Porter Jr. brings Pittsburgh fire. His dad's legacy and the moment feels like this. Sitting him stalls momentum. Listen, his father was a great player. Okay? Loved him. But guess what? Michael Jordan got a son too. But he ain't Michael Jordan. Now, I'm not saying that Joey Porter Jr. can't blaze his own trail, but damn it, he ain't his dad right now. His dad was kicking turf and scrapping, and his dad was a nasty son of a gun. Okay? His dad was a nasty son of a gun. But, like I said, Michael Jordan has a son also. He ain't scored 40,000 points. This is a point for Jalen Ramsey. 9-1. Just for y'all making me upset over asking such a crazy question. It's happening all over the league. Wait until you see the next verses. I may do it with the New England Patriots. I may do it with the Buffalo Bills. I may do it with the Miami Dolphins. I may do it with the Cincinnati Bengals. I may do it with the Baltimore Ravens. I may do it with the Washington Commanders. I may do it with the San Diego Chargers. I may do it with the Las Vegas Raiders. Yeah. Yeah, Chargers. Yep. Y'all need your own building, man. Y'all need your own building. That's what y'all need. Your own building. Knock it off. The tradition is out there. Knock it off. I may do it with the San Francisco 49ers. You never know. I may do it with the Green Bay Packers. There's a lot going on right now. I may do it with the New York Jets, the New York Giants. You never know. So, Joey Porter Jr., man, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to say this, right? Okay. I'm going to, as a coach, right? If I was coaching that team, and if I was coaching a playoff team today, and I had to put in a quarterback one, I'm putting a guy in that just, can lock down Garrett Wilson and Jamar Chase, in back-to-back weeks. Okay, and I don't know if Joey Porter can do that. I'm taking a vet who knows what to do in high-pressure moments, man. Ramsey, he gonna be a leader on that defense. He gonna call out adjustments in close games and in close coverages. He's gonna come out there with that type of experience. So it's like having another coach on the field, because guess what? He's seen it all. We're not sure that Joey Porter Jr. has seen it all yet. So we Pittsburgh Steelers fans needs to pipe down. The media out there needs to pipe down. They're talking about everything's a what if. Everything's a what if all year long. But you got to have some for certains. If you don't got a for certain on your team, then you're in trouble. While you're busy trying to figure it out, and what I hear is growth, why he learns or why he picks it up. Listen, the team just went all in for Cam Hayward. They're trying to win for TJ Watt. They're trying to win a Super Bowl. They don't have time to be waiting on somebody's maturity in this game. That's another point for Jalen Ramsey. It's 10-1. They don't have time to be waiting for that. If he grows, great. He's not going to lose anything by watching Jalen Ramsey. He's not going to lose a thing. As a matter of fact, he's going to gain a ton. He is going to gain a ton. You cannot duplicate. You cannot duplicate having a future Hall of Famer, basically, in the same training camp as you and showing you things that you never even thought was possible because you've always been playing against them and never had anybody with that much experience on your own team. It's just the truth. You know what I mean? So the devil's advocates would say Ramsey is great, but he's not untouchable. Joey Porter Jr. is ascending fast, and every snap he loses to nostalgia is wasted growth. That's bullshit. That's not true. That is not true. That is not true. Because he has the time to watch somebody. He's young. He's young. How much can he lose in his young career by watching somebody right now? You know what he could lose by throwing him out there in situations like he's been in? His confidence. Oh, what? If he loses his confidence, you can throw the sneakers up on the wire. You don't want him doing that. Right now, his mechanics are not good. They're not great. His hips are sticking, okay? And he's having a little problem getting out of his brakes. So, out of his plans. And he's very, very handsy. Now, as a former receiver, okay, I know a handsy defensive back when I see one. He's long and he's lanky, so he likes to use his hands because he has very long arms. So I would know that if I was playing against him, that he wants to be able to touch a player because his arms are so long. He feels very comfortable with contact. Very comfortable with contact. If he can touch you, there's a comfort level that he has with that because he's probably been using that for so long. And somebody probably told him to take advantage of your long arms. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying Jalen Ramsey isn't nostalgia. He's an impact and an impact that can win games. He's still smart. Okay? He's a veteran. And until somebody can take it from him clean, which hasn't happened yet, it got to be Jalen Ramsey. It got to be Jalen Ramsey. And let me tell you this. Quiet as kept. Let me tell you this. Let me just go ahead and put the cherry on the top of this cake. Okay? Jalen Ramsey joined the Pittsburgh Steelers via a blockbuster trade from Miami on June 30th, 2025. As a part of that deal, he received a $1.5 million pay raise, bumping his 2025 salary to a reported $26.6 million. Future details from the contract sources like SportTrack confirms Ramsey's deal spans 4 years for $84.7 million with $19.5 million fully guaranteed in 2025. For this year, the Steelers are responsible for approximately $19.5 million in cash, while Miami covers the remaining $7 million. Damn it. What the hell are these media? What the? I don't even listen. I'm telling you, man, some of these people out here, I don't know if they just doing this shit for clicks. I don't know if they just doing this to get an attention. I don't know why they're doing it. All I know is this. That's 2 more points for Jalen Ramsey. He got a pay raise, and the Steelers were so confident in him, they said, hey, we'll take on that remaining $19.5 million. Just bring him over here and bring Jonnu Smith with him. Y'all can just go ahead and pay that extra $7 million. We'll pay the 19.5. This man is getting paid. You think he came over here to roam around the defense? No. You put that man over that side and you tell him, we don't want to worry about T. Higgins over there. You don't want to worry about A.J. Brown. You don't want to worry about Mike Evans. You don't want to worry about Justin Jefferson. Listen, that's how he made his bones in the league. And now we haven't even talked about the other side of the field. So if you got the Steelers on the hook for $19.5 million, right? $19.5 million. You got big play Slay, Darius Slay, who they picked up from the Philadelphia Eagles, on the other side for a cool $10 million. You got damn near $30 million in defensive backs. And these people are talking about where you're going to put Jalen Ramsey. 14-1. 14-1. You got $30 million upgrade in defensive backs. Cover defensive backs. Shut down defensive backs. These are guys that get in your pocket. They run with the receivers. They cover very well in space. Okay? They play very well in zone. And guess what? They make tackles. You add that with what the Pittsburgh Steelers already have up front on that defensive line. You give TJ Watt and Alex Highsmith and Patrick Queen an extra 2 to 3 seconds, Peyton Wilson to get to your quarterback. All hell could break loose. What are these people talking about? Like somebody like Jalen Ramsey, when you bring him in there like that, you already know schematically what you got him for. It wasn't I'm getting Jalen Ramsey in and then I'm going to figure it out during camp, or I get Darius Slay and I'm going to figure it out during camp. No. It was because Joe Burrow in the last game of the season went 37 for 46 on the Pittsburgh Steelers. 37 of 46. He wasn't missing. Did y'all hear what I said? Well, I got to tell you again. Joe Burrow on a final game against the Pittsburgh Steelers. They was playing for their life because they were trying to get into the playoffs. The dude damn near went unconscious. 37 for 46 is crazy work. That's diabolical, as a matter of fact. That's saying, damn it, I don't respect nobody y'all got back there. Y'all can't stop that guy. Y'all can't stop that guy. And y'all, it's just like this all night long. It's a track race all night long. A track race. Every time you turn around, the ball's up in the air. It started looking like a damn blimp. Just stayed up there. And this Pittsburgh Steelers media is running around here talking about what should we do with Jalen Ramsey? Are you absolutely kidding me? This was a no-brainer. Somebody has to sit there, okay? Because they got a lot of depth. And I'm gonna tell you something right now. I've been watching all these moves from all around the league. There's been some players that have moved around that have changed some things. And I'm gonna tell you, watch out for Washington. Watch out for Washington Commanders, because I'm telling you right now, they are built for success. They are built for success. I believe that Miami had their chance. I don't believe that J.J. McCarthy is going to be that guy. I believe they had their chance. I believe a lot of people waited around until Washington retooled. They retooled. They got young. And now they got a running back. They got receivers. They're working on that defense. You know, you add Deebo Samuels over there, you know, with Scary Terry. Like, you can be fine. You can have a problem, a very serious problem, man. Very serious problem can be happening from that. Deebo Samuels alone just strikes fear in a lot of people, because he can do a lot of damn things to you, man. He can do a lot of from multiple positions, man. Multiple positions. He can do a lot of things to you that can hurt you on the field. That's an Army Swiss knife if I ever seen one. And he always had good games playing against teams in that division. Always. Always had great games against teams in that division. He's not somebody y'all want to see in the NFC East. But as far as Jalen Ramsey goes, and these moves that these teams have made, these are not moves that bring up question. These were moves made to answer questions. Okay? They weren't brung here for questions. They came to answer questions. And some people, and especially the Pittsburgh media and some of these fans that's running around here and keep reporting, or they're gonna have the special defense, and they're gonna put Jalen Ramsey here. He's gonna be roaming around and this, that, and the third. Listen, y'all need to cut it out. Okay? Y'all need to cut it out. That's the reason why no playoff games have been won in years. It's just been average play, above 500, and then go home when it counts, because you didn't have guys like this on the other side of the field. And now you do. And ladies and gentlemen, the clock struck 0. Congratulations to Jalen Ramsey. Damn it, I expect you to start, young man. I expect you to start. I expect you to start. I expect you to be the starter, period, point blank. If Joey Porter Jr. has to sit or somebody has to sit, because listen, don't forget they have Brandon Echols back there too. And they have the young guy that they drafted from last year, Beanie Bishop. Can't forget about him. Can't forget about Beanie. Okay? Can't forget about Beanie. So they have some depth now. And they're going to be looking to compete in that AFC North. And it should be a fun year for football. Okay? And like I said, Baltimore Ravens, you know, it's always going to be them, the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. So the scoreboard keepers have spoken. 14-1. If you have any type of discrepancy with what we just said today, then you're more than welcome to leave your comments down below. And next time you might want to show up. Because if I put a link in the chat, you'll come right down here below in this box, right beneath me. And you can voice your opinion and add your points to the board. But until then, we'll see you on the next episode of the Scoreboard Keepers. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all have a good night. Congratulations to the Pittsburgh Steelers for all their great moves in the offseason. Picking up Aaron Rodgers, Jonnu Smith, Jalen Ramsey, and Darius Slay, and a few other players. And they looking forward to competing this year. And I'm looking forward to seeing it. I think that they made some of the best moves in the NFL during the offseason. And until then, ladies and gentlemen, score.